So, what hindereth an individual from being unfaithful to his spouse or his career, his job, his employer, his parents, his colleagues, his co-workers, the government, the state? What hinders people from being obedient, from being good law-abiding citizens? What's the cause? Is it lack of education? Is it how one is taught since when they're a teenager or since childhood? Is it a lack of spiritual and religious counsel and instruction? Is it just because you're just a mere byproduct of the evolutionary process of Darwinian uh, transitions from the simple to the greater? Or is it something else? There's got to be a basis, a reason for corruption. I mean, what is corruption? What is good versus bad? Or evil versus good? Who defines it? How is it defined? Who sets the parameters, the boundaries? Yeah, depending on where you're at in the world, there's basic laws that are universal, but then there's certain laws that are tailored for particular societies around the world. Some things are acceptable, some things aren't. I wonder what is the origin for determining the and evaluating what is good and what is right and acceptable conduct and behavior and speech, and they talk about hate speech, saying things that are not appropriate for a good, wholesome, and functioning society. uh, is there people who are a little bit unreasonable in the way that they treat other people. They treat other people with contempt and with hatred and anger, and they play mind games, and they play on people's emotions. I mean, all you have to do is watch the news to experience that. A lot of stuff on TV that is considered newsworthy may be newsworthy, but they really overly air the bad, and there's just very little good that's on the news. I don't know if that's deliberate to try to keep the masses apprehensive and fearful and anxious, and you can control a lot of people with media, with radio and TV. You can influence their behavior, and it's a lot of it. Some of it's probably due to manipulation, but a lot of it's spiritual. It's a spiritual warfare. There are spirit beings, according to certain religions. They talk about these angels and devils and demons and gods and lesser gods, and that they have a great amount of influence on humanity, trying to persuade them and influence them to do either good or bad. And when people already have good and bad in them because of the fall of the original man and woman, Adam and Eve. So, but there's other contributing factors, environmental factors that